Oh, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, every well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect of Israel. And by the way, Slocky, this is a correction video on the Sons of God video I had done. Let me see if I can go to it real quick. Bear with me 1 second, please. All right. This one. All right, Salaki, this is a correction because I don't remember fully if I said in here when I went to Genesis the 5th chapter. Okay. I think I might have said in Genesis the 5th chapter that all those, those men had, all those men that it was listed had went off or something like that, right? And Noah was the only one, aside from Enoch, that stuck to the ways, okay? The ways of righteousness. But and if I did say that, Salakia, okay? But when you read Genesis the 5th chapter, all right, Salakia, I'm gonna just read some verses. So verse 3 says, and Adam lived, Genesis 5 and 3, and Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. All right, because when you read this chapter, right, you see that it gives you certain names, descendants of certain people, right, with their names. It gives you names. It gives you men that descended from other men. Okay, for example, Adam, Seth, Enos, But then it said, then you realize when you go down, it says all these men had, sons and daughters, which were other sons and daughters aside from the ones listed here. Okay. So why does it say that? Because it's giving you the names of the men that stuck to upholding the ways of righteousness. Okay, they were it's giving you the names of the men that stuck to upholding the ways of righteousness. But as you see, there are other sons and daughters that these men had that we don't know of. We don't know their names, who they are, what they did, or anything like that. But we know that they are part of the sons of God. Okay, so it was a lot of them, right? And eventually, when you get to the 6th chapter, okay, it talks about how they went off, and they went into idolatry, all right, and all of that, because they made marriages with heathen women, all right, and they, women like what happened to King Solomon, okay. The women led the men, into idolatry and all of that. All right. They took on the ways of the customs of the other nations. So, but these, right, this whole, these this whole, these descendants of Adam through Seth, right? These are the sons of God here. Okay, these are the sons of God. All right. Because you go to Genesis 4 and 26, it says, and the Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahweh, or Yahweh. Okay. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahweh. All right. And with calling upon the name of Yahweh comes with walking a certain way. You gotta, uphold. You gotta walk righteously. All right. So, Shalaki once again, because I don't know if I said it in that video, but if I did, right, these the men listed here, the names, all right, that it gives you here, all right, are the men that stuck to upholding the ways of righteousness. Okay. And Noah, when you get down, Noah, he stuck to it in the generation he was in the time he was in. He stuck to upholding the ways of righteousness. Meanwhile, those of the rest of his the rest of the sons of God, because Noah was a son of God as well. But Noah stuck to the ways of righteousness. Meanwhile, the rest of his family, the sons of God, were going off, just doing wickedly. All right, and the Lord got upset, as as it says in verse 3. See? So I just wanted to do a correction video on that. Salakia, if I said that, in this lesson, and I'm gonna put it in the commentary and in the description of this lesson, Lord willing. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakankwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, never well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect of Israel. Shalom to the elect.